Hi, my name is Allisa Mead and I'm a student at Garden City Community College. There have been a lot of movies that have come out this year, more light-hearted comedies like Barbie and historically well-known like Oppenheimer, or formerly called together, Barbenheimer. Or there's also been some silly movies like the animated show Elemental. When I first heard about this movie, I was unsure about it. I didn't know if it was going to be a documentary, have a solid plot, or be what a teenager would want to watch. Though it's not something that's extremely lighthearted or historically well known, I think it is important to watch. Firstly, I would like to talk about what this movie is about. Then I would like to talk about the actors and producers and directors' motives for making this movie. So, to start off, the movie is Sound of Freedom. I know it's been very controversial and questionable at times, but the plot is a federal agent, Tim Ballard, who's played by Jim Caviezel. He works to fight traffickers, human traffickers, and he saves a young boy, but finds out that the boy's sister is still being trafficked. So he goes to Colombia to try and find this young girl and save her. When he's realizing that he's running out of time, he quits his job and sets up sting operations to help trap these traffickers and save children. Later in the movie, he goes to Colombian jungles to save this young girl from a fate worse than death. Even though Tim Ballard, as Jim Caviezel, is one of the more prominent figures, there are other figures that are helping him throughout this film to save these young children. And my synopsis can't do this movie justice because it was just that impactful. For some people, it was a must-see movie, and like I said earlier, it was fairly controversial. In the film, it was directed by Alejandro Monteverde. It was produced by Eduardo Versquez, and it was written by Rod Barr and Alejandro Monteverde. This crew together was able to create a cinematic masterpiece that, in my opinion, is the best of 2023. And that's saying something with all of the movies that we've had come out this year. But, like I said, controversy. In many theaters, people said that the air conditioning was out, even though the actual theaters themselves were cool and very similar to a normal movie theater. In other cases, the lights were left on during the film to try and get people to leave. There have been many theories, some including that Hollywood higher-ups didn't want this movie out, and it was blacklisted so people wouldn't be able to see it and contribute to it. And even with all of this, it has been in the theater for a short amount of time, but it has made $148,972,065 in the short period that it's been in theaters across the nation. And this is just in states. It premiered on the 4th of July, 2023. It was very interesting because it was such a patriotic film. And this is why I believe that Sound of Freedom deserves Best Film of the Year. Not only was it able to overcome its controversy and have great actors, directors, producers, and writers, it was able to envelop what we feel as a nation and help fight this huge problem in our modern society.